It's been a while since I've done a video here, so I'm kind of excited about it. We got, every now and then, I like to just peruse through the stores and see if there's something I can find that's kind of fun. It's kind of interesting, that I haven't seen or haven't played with or haven't done with. And the one thing I found while I was perusing through my favorite store was this, a Flic Button, F-L-I-C. And this is the location one. This one does click to send a location by text message. It sends a preset text message. You can also click to trigger a loud sound. What's kind of neat about it is it's not a very big button, about the size of a quarter, about 3/4 thick, not very big, very small, very easy to put in your pocket and do whatever you need to do. But what kind of struck me as kind of funny was I took it from a standpoint when I saw it. I immediately thought of if I was on a trip and I wanted to send my location as I was going on this trip. Maybe I was going through the back country somewhere. Maybe I was going skiing. Maybe I was just going sightseeing in a city. And I wanted somebody to be able to track my location throughout time. In case something happened to me, at least they would know where I had gone or what I had done. So I kind of thought about that. And it was a safety measure of if your family member's out walking, maybe they're in a neighborhood you don't particularly like. That way they can click this button and send you a location every little bit, every 5 minutes or so. So that way you know everything's good. If you don't get one, then all of a sudden at least you know where to start to find. So I went at it with that standpoint. And when I was looking, they have actually 2 different buttons. They have one that does a whole lot of stuff, and then they have a location button that does 5. The cost factors is totally different. The one that does 40 plus stuff is $40, and in this Flic little location one is $20, so it's not too bad. The one thing I like is that it does more than just what you would think it would do, and I was pleasantly surprised by that. The single here, it does 5 different things. It can control your music, maybe using Sonos or some other app. It can control your music, play whatever you want to do. It can take a selfie off your phone, which is kind of fun. It'll do the lights if you have hue lighting, things of that nature. It does the location, and of course, if you need to find your phone, you can flick it to find your phone. What I really like about it, though, is that you can have multiple Flic buttons to a singular device. That makes it kind of interesting to where you can do multiple things. Maybe you have a Flic button in the kitchen, and maybe that controls music in the kitchen. Maybe you have a Flic button in the living room, and it controls the lighting in the living room. So a lot of ways that you can really utilize it to do different things. If you want to order you an Uber, it'll do that too. So it does very good if then that stuff as well. So you can do a lot of stuff. You can do a lot of home automation. You can do a lot of fitness stuff, which is really kind of neat. What I found out about it, though, is that it does require your phone. It does require the ability to connect via Bluetooth. Okay, it connects via Bluetooth low energy, so you don't have the issue of that. But it does have to connect. It does connect up to 150 feet from your device, which is good. So if you put your device in the middle of your house and you go somewhere, you're not going to have that much of an issue unless you're way, way, way outside of the house. It's also splash proof, so you can keep it around a pool if you want to. Maybe you're controlling music around the pool area, so you can keep it around there, get out, tap it, whatever else. The one thing that really surprised me was when I started really looking into it is the fact that the battery's replaceable. So it's a regular watch type battery, but that thing will last 18 months, depending on usage, of course. But that makes this button until the actual button mechanism itself fails, it's indefinite use. You can keep it for until you just break it, really. And that is really, really a good surprise, because when it wears out in 18 months, you go, man, I gotta go spend $20 for another one of these things. No, you go spend $2 on a new battery, you're set. Really good. So what I did to test it out, I was kind of curious to see how good it was and how quick it went through. Now, we'll have a link down below of all the screenshots of me testing it up and everything that's in the app. There's an Android and an iOS app, so it works really well. But I called my good old-fashioned bearded test monkey, CJ, and I told him, I said, hey, I'm going to be sending you a location. Just take me a screenshot. Let me know how it works. No problems. Bam, done. So it went through about the same amount of speed as it takes for a regular text message to go through. But the one thing I really like about it is if you look on your phone, it actually shows that you've sent a text message to whomever you were going to send it to. That is a good thing, because then that had me thinking, maybe I was meeting somebody somewhere. And I didn't quite have the address, or I was busy driving or doing whatever I wanted to do. I could add that person, as long as they're in my contacts, I could add that person to it. And then when I got there, click a button and send them a text. It has you can send it with a map, the GPS coordinates, and a link. Brilliant. Brilliant for whatever it does. And now all of a sudden you don't go, okay, let me show you the map location, so you don't have to go into maps and do whatever you want to do. You don't have to find another application and share it via a link. You click a button and you're done. So while you're sitting there waiting to order your drink or your food or whatever, click it, done. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So I really like it. Very, very, very smart little tool for what you want to do. There's so many things you can do with it. And when you look in the pictures, you'll see all of the things you can do with a button. They have the single, but then you've got just the smart button itself that does over 40 different things. You can control thermostats, your media, your lights, your speakers, order an Uber, if then that, Slack messages. You can still share your locations and so many more things. And that is worth it to me. It's not $40, it's $35. But once you throw in your tax and everything, you can consider $40 for a button that will do so many different things and maybe give you a little peace of mind that will help you, especially if you have children and you want them to check in where they are. You can connect it to their phone, tell them, hey, look, just click your button if you go to a new place, and that way you know where they are. That is worth, in my opinion, $20 easy all day long. That's worth it right there, because then I get an instant notification where they are, and that's a beautiful thing. Yes, they still have to do it, but it's still a good thing. So I highly, highly, highly recommend, if nothing else, to play with it, to have some fun, to see how the if then that things works and all you want to do. You'll be able to find a link down below where you can buy it and all that fun stuff. But then also you're going to find a link to where you can come sign up and win one of these. That's right, we're going to give it away. Except we're not going to give away just the location one. We're also going to give away the full one. So the winner gets two, one location button and one full flick button. I don't even know what they're calling it, but we're calling it a full flick button. Call it what you want. You'll see that link down below. Again, go find some fun stuff. That's the beauty of doing this, is finding neat little things like this that might help you out for what you need in the future. And as always, make sure you protect yourself. Get a VPN. That way, in case anything funky happens, like, I don't know, Congress allows the IP companies to sell your information. Maybe that will happen. You never know. And then also make sure you back up all your stuff. Back up. Don't ever forget. You can get new computers. You can't get your information or your photos back again if they're not backed up. Make sure you do that. I use Backblaze personally as far as for my work. Works awesome and works great. And stay out of trouble out there. We're getting into springtime. It's pretty days. Go out, have some fun. Stay out of trouble. Be good. See you.